Welcome to the Stormy Willow podcast, where we explore the paranormal, celebrate the odd, and never trust the living. I'm your host, Adele, Cold Bean Queen.
And I'm your host, Sarah, Girl Scout cookie eating gremlin right here.
Yeah, like you should see her
Listen, I'm doing Thin Mints and red wine. 2 thumbs up.
2 thumbs way up.
I've been drinking all day and Girl Scout cookies. Girl Scouts doing the Lord's work. Thank you.
There you go. Well, speaking of appetizing, I got some interesting booger news.
Oh no! Okay.
And by the way, it's not appetizing at all.
Oh no! I might throw up.
So
this throw up sounds maybe me for real. Last cookie, okay.
Don't worry, it's in Sydney, nowhere near us. So this comes at you from skynews.com.
Uh-oh.
And it's the corpse flower. So,
okay.
You heard of this? It's the plant,
No.
the deadly stench. And it pulls huge crowds for a rare bloom in Sydney, Australia, because it's springtime there. It feels nice. Or summer. It's probably midsummer there, right?
Okay.
Yeah, so people have queued for hours at a Sydney greenhouse to get a whiff of the infamous corpse flower as it bloomed for the first time in years. The sizable flower, officially called the, Amorphophilus titanius, gets its nickname from its deadly stench, described by some as the smell of rotting flesh.
Ew!
Though others detect... How do they know what that smells like? Though others detect hints of rotting food, sweaty socks, or even garlic. Why is garlic on that list? That is so...
Why are you going to be mean to garlic? Why?
That's shady.
Shady.
Wrote this doesn't like garlic. Okay, but the rare specimen, of which there are only thought to be about 1,000 worldwide, so very, very rare plant, has attracted thousands of admirers at the Royal Sydney Botanical Garden. With its blooming finally happening after a 7-year wait since it arrived at the center. I think I do remember years ago hearing about this plant arriving in Sydney, so people have been waiting this long for it to bloom and smell it.
I mean, did it have to, decompose? Is that what was happening?
It's not decomposing. It's just the smell when it's in bloom. And we'll get to that. So, when its flower was spotted in December, it was just 10 inches or 25 centimeters high, and by Thursday, as its flower spiked slowly open, it was 1.6 meters, 5'3". So it grew fast. Went from 10 inches to as tall as me. For a week, the flower fronted a stately and gothic display in front of a purple curtain and wreathed in mist from a humidifier at the garden, attracting up to 20,000 admirers that's just crazy. 20,000 people?
20,000 people came to see this, smell this?
Yeah.
Not see it, they came to fucking smell it.
They came to smell it, yeah. These 20,000 admirers, they flocked to smell this for themselves.
I can't wait to smell the death flower.
Yeah, the particular flower has been nicknamed Putricia. Putricia by fans, a combination of putrid and patricia.
Shut up, no. No.
Come on, Australia, that's a little lame.
Putricia.
Putricia.
That is the best you can do.
Come on.
Somebody
else
name it. Listen here. If you just do a chat GPT search, it can come up with 1,000 better names than Putricia.
You keep saying poo.
You said?
It's Putricia.
But it's still, come on. It means
the Americans over here say Putricia.
But pew or poo, it means the same thing.
It's still lame.
It's still lame.
Come on,
Pew
yeah.
or pew. Come on, guys. That's what you got. That's the best you got.
Well, anyway, Sarah is not a fan of that.
I'm not.
But this disgusting little plant has become kind of a social media star with a 24/7 live stream. Why do you need to watch it? Established by the Botanical Garden, drawing close to 1 million viewers, and the days approaching its bloom. Well, I guess that was cool to see it grow so fast, but I wouldn't want to watch it live.
Sorry, I'm just gonna stop you right there. Is this where we fucking are in the world? Like we get excited to smell death.
Yeah,
That's where we are.
that's where we are.
Okay.
This is the 2000s. When it finally opened on
Hey, do
Thursday,
you want to smell a plant that smells like death? Yeah, I
yeah,
do.
I kind of
Let's
do. I
do
wouldn't
it.
go all the
I
way to
don't.
Australia for it.
Gross.
I'm not gonna like wait in line with 20,000 people.
This. No. What, guys? No. I'm disturbed
Well,
by this story.
anyway, when it finally opened, a lot of the attendants started taking selfies and leaned in for a sniff. Staff prepared for the worst. Quote, we did have a few conversations early on about whether or not we should have vomit bags in the room, said one of the garden spokespersons, Sophie Daniel, who designed Putricia's display, adding a garden staff ultimately decided against it. I guess it smells that bad. I haven't heard of anyone actually being harmed or like getting sick from it. The corpse flower only blooms for 1 to 3 days, despite taking up to a decade to do so. This is just crazy that people are so fascinated by this. So yeah, that's an endangered plant, and it smells like death.
And people line up. 20,000 fucking people line up to take a sniff of death. And
Yeah,
who says that it smells like death? Like, who made that connection? What
I
if it
guess the
does?
scientist, right? I don't know.
I don't know, but I don't know. No. Guys, I need you to line up for something better than this. Like, come
Yeah,
on. I'm just I'm just not here for it. And maybe it's the wine talking. I've been drinking since 10, but I am just not here for that. No. No. If I
well,
wanted to smell death, I'll just go to the dumpster for Freddy.
well, 20,000 people were there for that. So,
No, what were you? Can one of these 20,000 people please reach out to Stormy Willow podcast and tell us why? Why
yeah,
did you want to smell it and was it worth it?
was it worth it? Is really what I want.
Was it
Was it worth
like,
it?
did you feel like I've smelled death and now I'm a changed person? Like, I want to know. Like, I don't want to judge you, but I really want to know all the things. I want to know all
Tell
the things.
us, write us, send us a postcard from Australia.
Please, please not a scratch and sniff. Don't do that. But yeah, we want to know. We don't want to judge you. We just want to understand. And right now, I'm just not understanding why you would want to do that, guys. There are so many wonderful things to do in that country. Why are we smelling death?
Shall we get into the forecast?
Do we want to? I'm scared.
It's actually like an okay forecast.
Okay, all right,
Like it's
all
okay.
right.
I didn't say it was good, but it's like okay.
I'll listen. Okay is good these days. Yes, yay.
Yeah, it's like okay.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay, okay.
Yeah, this is your astro forecast for the week of January 26th.
Yeah. Is this the last week of January finally? Does anybody else feel like January is like 12 weeks long?
Yeah, it's been long. I thought last week was it, and it wasn't. There's still another week.
Yeah, January sucks. And if you have a birthday in January or you love January, I'm sorry, but it is the worst month of the fucking year. It lasts forever.
It does last a long time.
That's so
And it's like
long.
tax season. Like, I'm
It's
sorry.
tax season, and I also want to tell you that in South Carolina, our aunt posted something that was so true. It was like, this is not winter, this is torture. Like, we've been down into the teens, and we don't get that cold down here. And it has just been hell. I'm over it. I'm done.
Yeah, it's been
I'm
pretty.
basically, if you can't tell by my voice, I'm getting drunk and I'm keep buying plants. I'm not
I can
okay.
tell you a plan to buy.
I am not okay. Go ahead, Adele.
All right. Like I said, it's okay. It's an okay week.
Okay.
So just for our sake, today, January 26th, Sunday, we have Mercury sextile Neptune and Venus sextile Uranus, not Uranus this time. So it makes a
Okay.
dreamy and creative vibe with supportive surprises in love and strategy. And this is from Yahoo News, by the way.
Oh,
And what to do? Well, spend the day in imaginative or artistic spaces. Explore
I did
unconventional.
that today. I paid $100 for a goddamn plant.
Well, there you go. Explore unconventional solutions to current.
Famous herb.
Yeah, and embrace unexpected changes in your relationships.
Yeah.
So, signs most affected will be Pisces, Taurus, Libra, and Aquarius. All
No
right, now
future.
getting into the grind, the week. So, Monday, January 27th, we have Mercury entering Aquarius, which brings an innovative, forward thinking, and brimming with unconventional ideas kind of vibe. So,
Okay.
focus on collaboration and brainstorming. This is a great time to tackle complex problems or share bold ideas with others who share your vision. So, signs most affected Aquarius, Gemini, and Libra. And then cruising on into Tuesday, January 28th, we have no major events going on. So, just kind of reflect and chill on that
That's
day.
crazy. What?
Yeah, nothing major
We're
going
gonna have
on.
a real terrific Tuesday?
Yeah. So, just
Hey.
relax,
Yeah.
reflect, and process everything that's happening.
Oh, Jesus. You definitely need professional help for that.
Yeah, yeah, and just if you've been working on some projects, it's a good time to finish those up, or even just clear out some space. So
Yeah, Birdie. Oh, sorry. Birdie just got into their food bowl.
that's
Apologize.
fine.
Sorry.
And then Wednesday, January 29th, we have the new moon in Aquarius and Mercury conjunct Pluto. This is transformative, intense, and future focused. Perfect for setting bold intentions. Use the new moon's energy to envision your future and plant seeds for long term goals. Mercury Pluto ask you to dig deep, face truths, and let go of what no longer serves you. So, signs most affected Aquarius, Scorpio, and Capricorn. And then Thursday, January 30th, we have Uranus stations direct, Sun trine Jupiter. So, this is groundbreaking and optimistic. Cosmos are boosting your confidence and presenting opportunities for growth. Take bold steps towards future oriented projects that inspire your creativity and genius. Be open to unexpected twists. They're here to help you level up. So, most affected Taurus, Aquarius, Leo, Sag. And Friday, January 31st, there again, no major astro events. Another day just to kind of chill.
This is
And
weird, Adele. This is weird.
yeah, and just align with your new momentum. So just process from the day before and keep the flow. And
Hey.
then Saturday, February 1st, Venus conjunct Neptune and North Node. So great weekend for romance. So it's romantic, dreamy, overflowing with soulmate vibes. A touch of idealism lights up your relationships and creativity. Plan a dreamy date night, dive into an artistic project, or spend time visualizing your dream life. Just keep an eye out for over idealizing. Daydreams are fun, but reality checks keep them practical. So just don't get too lost in the clouds. And
This is
signs
a
most of
very weird forecast.
yeah, so Pisces, Taurus, Libra, you're gonna be feeling these weekend vibes the most. And that's it. I mean, not a bad
Oh,
forecast.
that is, I mean, I feel like that's the best forecast we've had in like a year.
Yeah, it really was. And I double and triple checked it.
You're like, wait, this is the wrong
Because
year.
I was like, surely they're talking about 2024. They haven't updated
Oh,
for
wait, this
25.
is
But yeah, I mean, I double checked and Yahoo,
a
this is how it's supposed
I'm
to go.
sorry, Adele. I didn't mean to question you there, but I was like, "Are you sure?" Like,
Yeah, so
this doesn't really seem to be resonating.
right, like I'm not feeling that vibe, but maybe next week we'll all just be like,
I hope so, because guys, I mean, we are a very fun podcast, so we try really hard to stay away from the negativity, but we're also real human beings and we feel all the things, right? And I think last week Adele and I, we're sisters, best friends, soulmates, and we were feeling it, and it's just been a really shitty week. And so I'm really excited that hopefully we get a break from that because it's just not been good. Um, so we're here with you in solidarity. Even
Yeah.
though we try not to talk about that, we try to lift your spirits to take your mind away from it. We're also human, and um, it's been real shitty. So
Yeah. It's been a rough
yeah.
so far.
Oh, Adele, thank you for that really disgusting story and really lovely, lovely horoscope. Ah, so if you guys remember last week, you guys tried to challenge me again. Well, you guys didn't. The wheel did. Okay, you didn't do anything.
Fate tried to challenge.
Fate did it. It wasn't you, Breed, so I apologize. And you guys were like, can Sarah handle another Travis after Travis trip? And oh my God, Sarah did it. Are you ready for this? Are
Yeah.
you sitting down? All right. I hope you are. Because Sarah is going to tackle the one and only. Are you ready? I can't wait to see
Yeah,
her.
I'm ready. Did you forget?
No, I didn't forget.
Okay.
This is the Tiger King's very own Travis Maldonado from Tigers to Tragedy. This is
Tragically.
Travis. This is Travis, the Tiger King's husband that killed himself on TV story.
Oh shit. Okay. I was like, I don't remember I haven't watched Tiger King since it came out a few years ago.
Oh, well, I
So
felt like
this should be a fun refresh for me.
I've got to be honest with you. So I've talked to Steven a lot about, like life has been weird the last several years, right? Like it's just been just this crazy, crazy time. And I shared with Stephen one of my lowest points of the Trump administration the first time was when we actually found relief in watching the Tiger King. I was like, this is sad. Like this is where we are, right? Like we're literally quarantined. We have this crazy disease going around. We can't go anywhere. And the highlight of our day is watching the Tiger King. Like it just and I don't say that like to be funny, but like it really was like a not a good moment in history. But
Yeah.
we did it. We did it. We watched the Tiger King. And so
Everybody watched the Tiger King.
yeah, it kind of I feel like it was like this show that like it was like an era, like a really bad era. And we fell in love with Travis, who was the Tiger King's second husband. We loved him, and then we watched his fate play out live. And apparently, his ghost still haunts the zoo, and we're going to talk about it. So,
Oh,
when you thought I couldn't do another Travis, here I am. But
well,
first, I would
really dark
love
for
to
this one.
this is a dark one. I do want to preference this that this does deal with suicide. This deals with a heavy Trump presence. It's a dark one, so I just want to apologize in advance for that. But we're gonna try to find the humor in it and keep rolling. But first, we want to thank our sources: the Travel Channel, People, Oxygen, Entertainment Tonight, Discovery Plus, and of course, Chat GPT for helping me put this all together for you all. So let's just refresh. It's been a while, right? So we're going to go deep in the heart of Oklahoma, okay, where the echoes of roaring tigers once mingled with chaos and scandal. And there's a zoo, like any other, a place where drama, tragedy, and perhaps the paranormal collide. So we're going to welcome you to the greater Wynwood Exotic Animal Park, the infamous stomping ground of the one and only Joe Exotic. Now, when I say Joe Exotic, mullet, bleached blonde, crazed, larger than life cast of characters, right?
Kind of
But
like Officer Dingle.
for real, like I feel like he was just I don't know. I don't know how to describe him. But him in the tiger cages and the tabloid headlines, one tragic soul might actually still linger there. And we're gonna talk about Travis because this is a Travis episode. So I dedicate this to Travis. So I don't know how much you guys remember if you watched any of it, but Adele, did you watch it?
Heck yeah. I
Okay.
think everybody watched the Tiger
Yeah, so
King.
you're familiar with Travis, right? Like you remember him,
I
like
don't
he's
remember
like
which
this.
one Travis was out of the
So he's
husbands.
the exotic, young, charismatic one. He was kind of troubled, but like a real Travis, his name forever intertwined with like madness, as Travis's do of the Tiger King. So he was known like he was just like this sweet, smiling, larger than life personality, and he literally like it's easy to see how he became a fan favorite. He was one of my favorites. Okay, he was just Joe was just like you watched it and you knew Joe had a lot of issues. And then Travis was just this sweet, charismatic kind of guy, like just a Travis. Just a Travis. You're like, look at Travis out there playing with tigers and shit. Like that's look at him go. And so he was just known for just this sweet person. He was filled with love, addiction, unfortunately, and it's sad because in October 2017, he accidentally shot himself in the park's gift shop. And you remember when that was live? Remember that?
Dude, I like don't. I must have blocked out. I'm not even kidding. Like, I really think I blocked out some of the time during the pandemic. There's entire like pieces that I just don't
Get it?
remember.
Same. Well, so we're watching this shit show unfold, right? Like a man that's not stable owning a tiger park. Like it goes like you would think it might. And so like here's Travis, right? And so like there's just like this moment where the Netflix cameras say that it's just like he didn't think there was enough rounds in the chamber. And so he tried to be funny and act like he was killing himself, but there was a live round in there and he actually did. And it was like caught on camera. And it was just very like it was just not good. We were already in dark days, and like we were trying to watch Tiger King to laugh about look at this jackass, and that happened. And I remember just being like, oh my god, like it was horrible. So let's fast forward, okay, if you will. We're in a pandemic. We're in lockdown. We're watching Tiger King, which we think it's just like funny as hell. Travis kills himself. So we're gonna fast forward to 2020, and then the one and only Zach. It's like I think he's still there. And so Ghost Adventures come in and they're like, we're gonna do an investigation and shit gets real. Okay.
I'm sure it made it so much better by inviting Ghost Adventures crew. That's always the solution to everything.
Listen, you already have Joe Exotic, tigers and animals that have been abused, a goddamn pandemic, and let's just bring on Zach. I mean, what the fuck not? It's like, so all right, are we there in our minds? Where we are right now?
I think it's really funny though, because I think I heard another show post something about they were along the lines of, let's face it, Zach is the Joe Exotic of the paranormal world. That's kind of weird.
It's true though, and I'm here for it. Like I want to listen. When Adele turns 40, we hadn't decided yet. Adele, go ahead and put a post out. I'm sorry to put you on the spot. Do we go to Graceland for your 40th, or do we go to Vegas?
We're going to Vegas
and do like because we love to make fun of Zach, but we like you. Like I just want to be
museum.
We're fans. We're fangirls. We think you're crazy as hell, but we're here for it.
It's fun. Even if you don't believe in ghosts, you can still enjoy his show.
It's fun. We love it. Okay, for me, watching Ghost Adventures is a lot like watching like the Tiger King
or Jerry Springer.
It's fun. It's light. We're here for it. We love it. So before we get any kind of comments, which we don't really get any comments, good or bad, but I just want to say, like, we're not talking trash about Zach. Like, we love him. We think he's hilarious. So we're here for it. So, all right. So we've got Tiger King energy, Travis energy, and we're going to put Zach on top of it. So let's go there. 2020.
All these tigers, man.
And tigers. So Zach's like, I want to investigate here, obviously. And so Zach's like, let's go. We're going to explore what's happening here, right? And so rumors had been kind of swirling for years about shadow figures creeping around the property, disembodied voices,
I bet it was
whispering.
what's her name, Carol Baskin or whatever. Nemesis.
Carol. Carol haunted that
Carol.
shit.
I bet she's the one.
It's damn Carol. Whisperings in the still of the night and orbs of light appearing out of nowhere. So some kind of started rumors like this is Travis, 100% this is Travis, okay? So unable to find peace, what does one do? You call in Zach, all right? Like, let's go. So the investigation, of course, was nothing short of eerie and comical. They used advanced ghost hunting equipment as they do, and they focused on the park's key locations, which included Joe Exotic's former cabin and the gift shop where Travis committed suicide. Now, one of their most chilling discoveries came from the structured light sensor, which is an SLS camera, which captured what appeared to be the outline of a figure pointing towards a nearby closet. Upon investigating, the crew found a personal item that belonged to Travis. And for Zach Bagans, there was a coincidence. Zach says, quote, I 100% believe that Travis's spirit was there.
What was the item?
I don't know, but he said it was there. The spirit was there. And that was from Zach Bagans, so don't question me.
Okay.
Zach,
Wow.
if Zach said he was there. So there you go. No, okay. Zach said Travis's spirit was there, Adele.
All right, well, Zach said. He also said
Travis
much in her butt.
Listen, Travis wasn't the only mystery haunting the zoo, guys.
So was Zach.
Employees shared unsettling stories of shadowy apparitions darting between the cages and the eerie sensations of being watched when no one else was around. So Eric was a longtime zoo worker there and a self-proclaimed skeptic, admitted to experiencing what he believed was Travis's spirit sitting beside him on the couch. Now, this is what Eric says, quote, I'm not a believer, but I felt him. I know it was him. I don't know, but Eric, I don't know, but that's just the quote. So the investigation did not stop at ghostly encounters. In a shocking twist, cadaver dogs altered the scent of possible human remains near a long defunct alligator pit on the property. Gross.
Okay. But it's gator, right? Like,
it was the gator, and the dogs were like, this is not good. So the discovery obviously shivers. The shit shivers.
Made Zach shit himself.
It made Zach shit shivers. It sent shivers through the investigators and obviously the park staff alike, right? They're like, wait, what? And so this kind of raised questions about what else might be buried beneath the surface of the zoo's dark, dark history. So local authorities, including the Oklahoma State Bureau of Investigation, launched an official search of the area. Now, no human remains were ever uncovered, but the very suggestion added just a very edge to the park's already infamous reputation. So I don't know if like the cadaver dogs were wrong or if the investigators were wrong.
Now, this is interesting about cadaver dogs. So I think they only smell death. I don't know if they can tell if it's human or not. And correct me if I'm wrong.
I don't know.
Any listeners out there, I don't know how the dog would know it was human.
Right. I don't know either.
Something dead. And then 2, I don't think they're necessarily. We were watching something odd about it, and like how. I don't know. It's almost like they take them. The cadaver dogs aren't quite as reliable as you would think.
Really? That's upsetting.
I mean, I guess to the nuance that people want it to be like, is this that person, right? Is like what we're asking, but the dog is like, it's a dead thing.
That's like all it
Like,
knows.
I don't know if
Well,
it's
and you think about it, right? Because like I remember, I'm so embarrassed to admit, like I watched this show, and like they like Joe would go like get like meat scraps and shit from Walmart and different places to feed these animals. So like obviously they were eating dead things. And
yeah,
so maybe the cadaver dogs really were sensing like, oh, this is something dead, but I don't know what it is. But hello, like this is a dead thing. You
yeah.
feed, you know. So that's true.
I don't know, because I've heard about people theoretically wanting to commit a crime, and they were like, you need to bury something dead on top of the dead body. That way, when the cadaver dogs bark at it, dig up a
Oh,
dead animal,
gross! Instead of
body
the
is underneath it.
person.
Yeah.
You did not hear that from Stormy Willow. You did not.
It wasn't our idea. I heard it from like another podcast or Reddit or something. But I don't know. That's just me thinking like I don't know if the cadaver dogs could tell if it was a human or not. I think they can only
I
tell if
don't know.
it's dead.
But it's so weird because like so this weekend I was in the hospital, you guys, with a tendonitis issue in my knee. And I came home and like laid down and like Birdie knew like my dog Birdie, the beagle, she that you hear live on this podcast. She knew exactly where my pain was
Hmm.
and like laid like right on that pain. So
Yeah,
there
I don't know.
so I don't know.
I'm not trying to discredit cadaver dogs. I think they're brilliant. I just
But
say
they really may just not know the difference. They may know the scent of that flower, and that's all they know. Like
exactly.
it's
They could
something
tell
dead.
him that maybe that flower, maybe that corpse flower is in full bloom.
I want to know, were there beagles there at the corpse flower? That's what I want to know. Were there dogs there?
Surely somebody had a service dog.
Had
Somebody out of 20,000. Come on.
to have the service dog. But let's get back to the real experts here, the Ghost Adventures team. So they documented these events in a 2-hour special titled Horror at Joe's Exotic Zoo. And it's a great time. I would highly recommend it if you're looking for something to watch. It's a good time. So it aired before Halloween back in 2020, which doesn't seem that long ago. And here we are again. So it really doesn't seem that long ago. The lingering questions remains: is Travis still at this park? Is he trapped by the chaos of his life and the circumstances of his tragic death? Or is the zoo itself haunted by the countless dramas, tragedies, and secrets that unfolded with its gates? Because we have to admit, like, this was a chaotic place. Like, not even with a Travis. This is just a wild place, right?
Yeah.
So, some paranormal enthusiasts believe that the park's energy, which was born from years of turmoil, betrayal, and heartbreak, could act as a magnet, right, for supernatural activity. Because, the supernatural love chaos. And so it could really be the restless spirits of animals that were exploited and mistreated, which they were.
Yeah.
It could also play a huge role in like the eerie happenings. With every shadow caught on camera and every unexplained sound in the dead of night, the legend of the haunted zoo only grows. So even skeptics can't deny that the Greater Winewood Exotic Animal Park has an atmosphere unlike any other, right? It's just not like this larger than life figures of Joe Exotic or even like the drama with Carol Baskins that make it unforgettable. It's just the sense of something else, something unseen, something that's like, it's like you're just waiting for tragedy to happen, It's like you've got these animals that have been caged and mistreated, people coming into this park. It's just a disaster waiting to happen. Like, right?
Didn't like a lot of the staff have like missing hands and appendages from the tiger?
Yeah, it's just not. It's just like you're like
The
holding your
dogs
breath.
might smell someone's hand. They got
It's,
bitten off.
it's not good. And like, I don't know if you ever watched Vice Principals, but it's shout out to Danny McBride, who we love here. He does a show called Vice Principals, and one of the vice principals gets like a live tiger because they're like the tigers is like their mascot for high school, and it gets like uncaged and like as you can imagine, like chaos. Like Danny's like, should we really have a live tiger here? Like, is that safe? It's kind of like that same feeling with Joe Exotic, right? It's like, is this like a safe
Are
place for you to take
you
your
guys
family? me.
for sure
Like,
know how to take care of these animals.
it's just kind of one of those places, like, I feel like our dad would take us on a vacation, and it's like, should we be going
It's
here?
like, yeah, it would be like bungee jumping at like a carnival.
And yeah, it's like, I
Like,
don't
are
know
you
how
sure
this is
this is
gonna.
safe? Sure. It's like,
Yeah,
it's
I'm not
okay.
sure how this is gonna go, but yeah, it's so you kind of like have that weight, like, like when you're watching like this show, you're just kind of like, oh god, someone's about to get mauled, like it's
Yeah.
just not gonna be good. So for now, the park sits in silence. Its glory days behind it, and the future is uncertain. But for those who dare to explore its haunted corners, one thing is clear: the story of the Tiger King doesn't end with the final episode. It stretches into the shadows where spirits and secrets still roam, waiting to listen. Now, I want to talk a little bit about Travis, okay? Because this is a Travis episode, so I feel like we need to really talk about Travis here.
I don't think I would not classify his death as a suicide. I wonder if that bothers him. It seems like it was
Well,
completely an accidental death.
yeah, let's just talk about Travis, okay? First of all, in case you don't remember, 'cause it's been a while, So, Travis married Joe Exotic immediately, okay? So he meets Joe when he was just 19. You remember being 19? You're a dumbass at
It-
19. You think you know it all. You think you got your life figured out. You're an idiot. 19-year-olds make bad choices. Let's just be real. So Travis was 19. He gets married to Joe. At the same time, he also gets married to John Finley. So they're in a three-way ceremony, okay?
They're
So
trouble.
Travis marries John, who has already been married to Joe. So he marries John and Joe. So like, is this even like a real marriage? I don't know. Like, I'm not sure. It's just really weird from the get-go, right? It just doesn't make a lot of sense. Now, and how it also doesn't make sense is that Travis identified as straight. I
Oh,
don't
I
understand.
forgot about that.
So Travis marries Joe and he identifies as straight. And according to those who knew Travis, he was really influenced by Joe. Like Joe had like this huge influence over him. And so like he gave him like this extravagant lifestyle with like gifts and drugs and all the things. And so he's like, I don't need to have a sexual identity. Like whatever. Like you give me a new four-wheeler, done. Very Travis mentality. Okay. And Travis, as we all know, Travis was known for his wild and reckless personality, which I think if you look up the name Travis, wild and reckless are in the definition.
Yeah.
So Travis obviously was a thrill seeker, okay? He loved guns. He loved ATVs. He loved to do dangerous stunts. Right. I mean, he's a fucking Travis. Of course he.
Daredevil.
And so he would play around a lot with like loaded firearms. Like people that knew him were like, he loved to play with loaded firearms. Like this was just another Travis thing. And unfortunately, that's what contributed to his accidental death. His carefree and reckless behavior. Hello, like Travis.
What were you thinking, dude?
And sad enough, Travis had a very troubled past, okay? So before meeting Joe,
Yeah.
Travis
You could all see that coming.
but yeah, Travis reportedly struggled with substance abuse. And so like Joe's zoo kind of became an escape for Travis, but it also became a place where his struggles continued as drug use was rampant in the park. So it was like, oh, I'm going to take care of you, Travis, but I'm also going to feed your drug addiction. So this was just not a safe place for Travis to be, okay? And he obviously lived like a king at the zoo. So he enjoyed a life of luxury because Joe just gave him like whatever he wanted. Like, you want a new truck? Fine. You want an ATV? Fine, you got it. So like while the zoo itself was like run down and really chaotic, Travis lived like royalty compared to many of the staff because Joe just showered him with whatever he wanted. Um, so it's just kind of sad, like Joe kind of really used him.
I think Joe used everybody.
Well, Yeah. And speaking of Joe, in case you want to know whatever happened to Joe,
I know
uh,
he was asking Trump to give him a pardon. Happened
well,
yet?
as of January 2025, which is now, Joe was widely known from obviously the Tiger King. He's still incarcerated at the Federal Medical Center in Fort Worth. He is serving a 21-year federal prison sentence for his involvement in a murder for hire plot against animal rights activists Carol Baskin, as well as multiple wildlife law violations. He did not get pardoned by Donald Trump, believe it or not. And I just thought this was funny. In October 2024, Joe was quarantined within the facility due to a scabies outbreak. And despite his incarceration, Joe announced his engagement. Congratulations, Joe. He is engaged to a fellow inmate, George Marquez, who is 33, and the couple has filed for their marriage license and hopes to wed in December. Joe has expressed optimism about an earlier release, aiming for a 2025 release date, which he has not gotten. And he also indicated interest in pursuing an academic career post his release. So good luck to you there, Joe.
Maybe he could learn about tigers.
Maybe he can learn about how to treat people and wildlife. So there's your story on a travesty, a true travesty, from our friend at the Tiger King
Yeah.
Crazy Zoo.
I mean, I will say though, nothing against Travis. Like Joe, he is so charming. Like he's truly, truly like that kind of charismatic, narcissistic psychopath where you're just like butter in his hands.
He is a lot like a cult leader,
Yeah, I
one
mean,
would say.
I just remember watching that series and being completely like
He's
mesmerized
hilarious.
by him and entertained, and I still felt myself liking him no
He
matter
is
what he was doing.
he is such a fucking showman.
Yeah.
He really is. He's like very Barnum and Bailey, larger than life. And you're like, yeah, Joe, like, okay. And yet he uses people, uses animals, and is this horrible human being. But like, I could literally see our dad booking us a visit to go meet Joe Exotic. And I'd be like, Joe, I could see me with a Facebook post with Joe, like, man, Joe, you're doing the damn thing. Here's $100 for your zoo.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it goes to show you can be
He's
absolutely insane and dangerous and completely
he's
likable
funny.
all at the
He's
same time.
funny. He's
Yeah.
funny as hell. He is funny as hell. But he is a very dangerous person. He used a lot of people that had a lot of addiction problems and also the animals. Like I saw
Yeah.
where he like actually like, punched a tiger and I'm just like
These
it's just
beautiful, beautiful little tigers.
they didn't this was and then it's like you get killed for doing what to do. And it's just a very sick, horrible thing. And I feel like, since we're talking about Travis, this is the Travis episode, I feel like Travis was very, he had a lot of problems with substance abuse. And I feel like he would, I feel like Joe gave him all the things and he would just do whatever, he would suck a dick to do whatever he needed to do. And that's exactly what he did, and to feed his addiction. And I just feel so sorry that he didn't get the help he needed, and it ended up in a suicide. Like obviously, it acts like he was obviously trying to play a prank, and it just did not go well. And it's just very sad.
Yeah.
It's all just very, very sad. And I feel like here we are again.
Play stupid games, get stupid prizes.
Yeah. So I mean, I don't know how many more Travises I can do, but this was a totally different Travis feel than Travis Tritt. But still, I mean, I remember watching that show and like Travis was definitely someone that I was like, oh, he's so fun and funny and obviously like so sweet, and like playing the stunts and doing all the things. And I feel like the staff really liked Travis and he was just a sweetheart. And I just think he had a lot of problems. And Joe really took advantage and manipulated that situation, which was really, really unfortunate.
Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah, there's your travesty.
Well, there we go. Well, it was a good one. I mean,
I
that
mean,
one,
it was. I feel like I had brought the Travises.
like
I don't know.
tigers, Zach, ghosts, show
What
exotic.
else do you guys want from me? Like that's
Like,
all I can do.
there couldn't be more stuff in this episode.
Yeah. And if you're feeling kind of down right now, which I am, like go watch the Ghost Adventures episode on this. It's hilarious. Like Zach does not disappoint.
Yeah, I bet Tiger King's still streaming if you want to watch that.
Yes. I mean, I feel like right now is the time. Like you need this in your life.
Yeah, just
It just makes sense right now. It just
it
makes sense.
does. It does.
So I would highly recommend it if you just need something stupid to watch and throw it on in the background and just laugh. But just go ahead and watch that though, like for real. Like you need something kind of silly to watch, throw
We
that
got
on there.
you. Double
We got
feature.
double feature. Go ahead and watch the Tiger King and then back it up with the special with Ghost Adventures. That's what I recommend for you.
There you
I
go.
mean, nothing says Valentine's Day like a double feature. The
And they
Tiger
did
King.
they did love those tigers in their own way.
I mean, I guess.
Yeah. Celebrate Valentine's Day with a throuple.
There you go. Yeah. Well, there it is, guys. There's your Travis episode. I hope you liked it.
Well, that was a very good Travis
Listen,
episode.
I went out on the ledge for you, Brood. I went out there just for you.
All by yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Travis would have been out there with you, but he's not here.
Travis would have been in the cage. Okay. Not Sarah is Sarah is safe. I'm gonna Travis.
Safe as a kitten.
Maybe a puppy.
There you go. Well, shall we see what delightful topic we'll be discussing?
Let's see what you are gonna cover for us. It will be our first February podcast.
Episode, yeah. All right, let's see what
All right,
February is
let's
gonna
see.
bring.
Because January's been like 12 weeks long.
It's really spinning.
Yeah!
Ooh, we
My
got
favorite!
Ghost.
Adele's gonna cover a ghost for us, and you know I love a ghost story, so you better bring it.
I will.
Bring it.
Gonna cover the ghost of Travis from Tiger King.
Hey now,
I'm
I
just
already covered it. Now, Adele, would you, and I would like to know, like, Brood, I would just love to hear from you guys. You guys are so quiet out there on social. Like, would you go there? Have you been there? Have you been there? Like, if you have, like, I want to see a picture of you holding the little baby tigers.
I bet we've been there. I bet Dad
You
at some point
probably
took us when we were children. He probably
have.
did like mall exhibits. We probably saw him at the Galleria Mall
We probably saw him in the Galleria
with
Mall
baby tigers that you could
with
probably
baby
hold and
tigers. But
pay
I
like
want to see,
$50 for a
I
picture.
Brood, I just, not only do I want to see you, I want to see you with little baby tigers.
Yeah.
Come on.
Show us like the precious moments with Joe
Show us the precious moments. We
and
want to
Travis.
see.
If
We
you
know
met
you're out
Travis.
there. We
We
miss
do
you.
know you're out there. You just don't want to admit that you were out there.
Like, come on. We want to see a picture of you holding a tiger. Let's go. Come on. That's what I
Celebrate it.
challenge you to do this week. Like, celebrate it.
Own
Lean
it.
into your
Celebrate it.
Travis. It's fine. It's totally fine. Embrace it. Yes. Well, as we say here on our lovely, lovely podcast, oh my goodness, stay safe out there, friends.
Stay curious.
And never trust the Travis.
Travis, yeah. No offense.
No offense. We don't mean
But
any
you know
offense.
that, Travis. You would probably be like, ha
Travis,
ha
you know.
ha, why did you trust me?
Travis, if you're a Travis, then you know and you respect that you shouldn't be trusted. And we don't trust you.
We know.
You know you. Bye, you guys. Send us pictures.
Yeah. Later, taters.